Hey folks, it's CJ at the Practicing Chef. And I just got back from a little trip to Florida. Went down there to get some sunshine. And I'll tell you, I can't get a break. It was about 35 degrees down there. They said it almost snowed. So much for no snow and no ice. But I'm back and I had a little tickle in my throat, so I'm self-quarantining this week. But normally when that happens, I just go on a fast. So I've been fasting for 2 days, and people ask me, what do you normally break a fast with? Well, I'm going to show you. I'm going to make kind of like a pea soup, high in fiber. This is what I had left in my refrigerator when I got home. So we're going to chop that up. We've got the Instant Pot on saute feature already getting warm. And we'll get this sauteed, and we'll take it from there. So, I don't know how many of you folks have been to Florida, but one of the things that are a little different, as bad as the drivers are in my hometown of Las Vegas, I gotta tell you, it's insane down there. I mean, half of the people, which I guess are the locals, are doing minimum 85 miles an hour. Doesn't matter what they're on, surface streets, highways. And then all the tourists, they're just following the rules. So it makes for a very kind of unsafe environment. So just warning you, if you ever go down there, you better keep your head on a swivel. All right, carrots get pretty sweet, so I think that's kind of enough sweet, but let's use the whole carrot, why not? It lasted while I was gone, and it just seems fine. But I don't want to scrape my hands, that's for sure. And I like the old-fashioned grater. I guess you could use a food processor. But hey, this is how you get the love into the food. All right, we've got that going. I'll take a little celery here. Beautiful. About an equal amount, I would think. Just give it a little chop there, nothing major. Okay, I've already got the saute feature going there, so I'm going to use a little bit of peanut oil. So I want a nice neutral flavor on this. I was researching oils today, and the highest smoke temperature, I think the guy said it was safflower oil. And then that was like 510. Somebody was telling me they cooked something. I'm just going to chuck that in there. They cooked something and it kind of made them sick. And I asked them, well, what did you cook? Well, she said, I took a little asparagus. I'll put the carrot in there. She said, I took a little asparagus. You know, I put a little olive oil on it. I wrapped it in bacon. You know, and then I stuck it in a 425 oven. We had it, was delicious. Everybody ate it. But a couple of people, you know, it didn't sit well with them. So I told her, yeah, you cooked it 25 minutes at 425 and you had olive oil. I said, go check the smoke temperature. So when you're cooking, keep that in mind, because burning the oil, it's not good. I think that's good on the onion. We'll use half an onion. Let's give this a little stir here. Oh, Frank, that's nice. If you notice, I'm not going to put kind of any salt in here, because I made peas the other day, a similar soup to this, and for some reason the peas didn't get soft, no matter how much I cook them under pressure. And got a shallot here. We'll do the same with the shallot. no matter how I cooked them under pressure, they didn't get soft. So, hey, I go to the internet, I research what's going on. They go, you probably salted your peas, your split-dried peas. And I said, all right. For some reason, it's a chemical reaction, makes them hard. So let's not put any salt in there because we want these peas to kind of melt down. So we've talked about smoke temperature before, if you recall. Again, this is just a break-fast stew. And what I'm going for here is a lot of flavor because I haven't had anything to eat in 2 days. Okay. And I'm going for a lot of fiber because that's what gives you that optimal health. We'll talk about that in another video. Also, to this little melange, I have something that's called sofrito. And this is a Puerto Rican, everybody has it, Italians, Puerto Rican. It's basically, we talked about it in another video, it's cilantro, it's peppers, it's onion, it's garlic, it's flavor, okay? I have it frozen. I'm gonna throw a little in there, and guess what? We're done. Back in the freezer with you. We'll use you next time. And it's that easy. You pull it out, you keep it in the freezer, you chop off the piece. Okay, so we've got that going there. Let's give it a little stir. Okay, so what are you going to use for liquid? Hey, what do you got? Okay, what do you got? Well, if you know me, there's always a Cambro somewhere with a surprise. So what I did was, I don't know what this is, probably a pork stock. Ooh, that smells good. It seems like an unsalted, because I won't salt it when I make stock, so I know it's unsalted. It's got a little pork fat in there. This is a good way to introduce a little bit of meat and protein back in there. And for the real burst of fiber and protein, you've got the split peas. So that's going to take about, believe it or not, 20 minutes to cook up. It gets nice and soft. And you have like almost like a thick porridge. You know, porridge doesn't sound very appealing, but let me tell you, when you haven't eaten in 2 days and you're looking forward to it, it's wonderful. One of the best things that you'll have. So we'll let that cook down a little bit. We're just building flavor. A little garam masala. I'm going to go a little Middle Eastern on here. I like red pepper, so I'm going to do a little bit of that too. And if we're putting garam masala in, I always think it doesn't have enough cumin, so I'll throw a little cumin in there. I'm going to hit it with a little bit more of that peanut oil. And then give it a stir. If you could smell this, all right, this is the basis of all ethnic cooking, the sofrito. The first thing you got to do is make that base of flavor, so everything tastes amazing. And your friends go, wow, this is pretty good. Well, even if they don't say that, if they come back, trust me, they're saying it to themselves. All right, that's going just fine. I think I put everything I want to put in there. We might be ready to go. All right, so the saute feature is working nice. I'm going to cook it down a little more. Because guess what? The more we cook it down, the more flavor. Start getting those chemical reactions going on. Basis of all happiness, chemical reactions. All right, I'm going to throw a bay leaf in there as well. I'll say this again. I don't know what bay leaves do. I should look it up. But my mother always used them because invariably I'd be the one that found them in the food and go, Ma, why is there a leaf in the food? And she'd go, shut up, eat your food. Stop being a wise guy. Oh, that's nice, Frank. All right, we've got that going. If you really wanted to add to it, you might want to add a tomato product if you have it. I may have one. Let me check to see. Oh, tell me about it. Okay, again, I just froze a little bit of this has got to be tomato sauce. So this is nice. It's ready to go. Hassan, chop. Half in there, half back in the fridge to save my butt later. Now we're going to have to let that cook down, so I guess I have to figure out to tell you a story. Okay, this is a great story. So while I was down in Florida, I was close to Miami, so I decided, hey, why not drive down to the Keys? Okay, so I had a rental car. I got up early one morning, and you know, it's easy these days. You don't even need a map. You just tell the GPS where to go. So I'm just cruising, and I really don't have any kind of agenda. My scuba diving trip had been canceled because the whole shop got COVID. The whole shop, they had COVID. Well, so that got canceled. So I just kind of took a leisurely ride down there. And I don't know if you've ever driven down to the Keys, but it comes off of this great highway that's got, you know, the Florida highways are 6 lanes across on either side. They're beautiful. It comes down to this 2-lane divided highway. And everybody's jockeying for position, I guess. And since I wasn't in a rush, I let, you know, quite a few people through. And they kind of appreciated that. And what I didn't realize was that I was going to be with these same people for the whole trip to Key West. I mean, literally, unless we got off, you know, or people got between us, pretty much we were stuck on this highway doing the same speed limit, going in the same direction with really no other place to go and the same destination. So imagine if I had gone the other way and like cut a guy off, and then because he was trying to get in front of me, I flipped him off, he flipped me off. All right, and here we are, we're driving to Key West, okay? We're on this little causeway, we're gonna be on it together, we're gonna keep running into each other. Oh, God forbid that we stop at the same place and exchange words. But he's been behind me or in front of me the whole way. And then I get down to Key West, oh my God, I go in to get a drink and he's at the bar. All right, as opposed to the other guy that I met in Key West, who remembered I let him through. And we had a beer and we were friends. It was kind of cool. This is ready to go. I guess the point I'm making, it's like an analogy for life, right? It's an analogy for life. We're all on the same road, and we're going to end up in the same place. So why not be kind to each other while we do it? This is such juicy goodness. I'm only putting in half, and I'm saving the other half for later. That's what I love about Cambro. Do you see? This fits perfectly in my Instant Pot. It's like the universe is showering me with gifts. For some reason, everything just kind of fits perfectly. I can drop that whole thing in there if I need all of the juice. But we're going to save this for next time. All right, this is going to need to melt. But I'll tell you, we're pretty much done now. All right, so what I'm going to do is throw these beans, those peas in there. And I figure I'm going to hit it with 2 cups of water. So that'll be 2 to 1 cup of, and we'll see if that works, gives us the consistency we're looking for. All right, so we're going to let this kind of melt, and I guess we can continue to do it on saute feature, but I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're just going to go right to pressure feature and let it all take care of it itself. Boom. We are locked. Let's cancel the saute feature. Let's go pressure cook, and let's hit bean chili. Gives us 21 minutes, and we're walking away. Okay, folks, I'll see you in the next video, and we'll see what we have constructed. Looks good.